A friend of mine recently sent me this recipe through Instagram DM, and it came from this creator called Carib Food Network, and it's called Cocoa Bread.
You're watching the Bare Pantry Show.
But it's not made with cocoa or taro. It's not made with cocoa powder. It's not even made with coconut flakes. It's made with coconut milk. So you guys know I was on board right away because it reminds me of my Belizean Creole bread, except for the fact that they add an egg to the ingredients. All right, so let's see how we make it. First of all, she said to heat up the coconut milk, and it's 1 cup of coconut milk because I'm doing half the recipe that she did. And I put it in the microwave. My house is very cold right now. It's like 62 degrees. So I heated it up for 45 seconds on high in the microwave. And by the time I had to go change out one of the batteries on the camera, it cooled down too quickly, so I heated it up another 15 seconds. I would say 45 seconds on the highest power level that you have in the microwave would be enough, but invest in one of these thermometers, guys. It's gonna help you a whole lot. The temperature has to be between 105 and 115 for yeast to be happy. So then I added 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and I did put some of the sugar from the allotment of sugar, but the camera didn't catch that. All right, so I put like a teaspoon. I'm gonna set it aside to foam up until it's ready, right? So now it's ready. I'm gonna go ahead and just add the remaining sugar. Check below for the ingredients, okay? Because I'm gonna put it below for you guys. And then the 1 egg, and she did add 1 egg to her large amount of recipe, her 6 cups, and I'm only doing 3 cups of flour, but I'm still gonna add the whole egg. I'm not gonna throw away half of my egg, you know? I melted the butter because the house is cold and the butter was hard. And now I'm gonna add my yeast. Get it all out. Sometimes the sugar settles to the bottom when you're trying to activate the yeast, so make sure you get the rest of your sugar from the bottom of the bowl that you have the yeast in, okay? See how quickly I switched out to my hand? I can't fool around with spoons and sticks and all this foolishness because I need to feel how wet this dough is to know if I have to add more wet or if I have to add more dry. So now I'm testing it with my 1 dry hand, and I feel it wet, so I'm not going to add anything more. I'm just going to continue gathering from the edge of the bowl until I can get it onto the countertop like this. And then I'm just going to get it off my fingers as best as I can and knead to just continue gathering everything else. I got some flour on the countertop. It's lightly floured. I'm going to put some flour in my hand right now to get the rest of this stuff off, guys, because it's getting annoying. I can see why some people don't like to mess with dough, right? This feels good though. Nice soft dough. So I'm going to stop, go wash my hands, dry them, because why? It makes kneading a whole lot easier, okay? So I'm just going to continue to knead until it's smooth. How long does it take? Until it's smooth. For me, it might go more quickly. For you, it might take a little bit longer if you are not as seasoned at making bread as I am. So now she put it in a greased bowl, so I'll just add some olive oil to my bowl. And watch what I do with the dough. I put it in, and then I flip it. Make sure the whole thing's greased. Then I'm going to cover it up and put it in the unlit oven for an hour. Okay? Now it's ready. It's soft. You want to get all the air out. My sleeves are being annoying today, guys. Now, I didn't know how many pieces I was going to get because, like I said, I have the girl's recipe already. So I decided after eyeballing it that I'm going to try to cut it into 8. At first, I was going to try to do 10, but I'm going to try to do 8. Now, she assembles this dough a little bit differently than you would if you were making like a dough ball, right? Like a round loaf or a rectangular loaf. She's going to cut them, well, me. Not her, I'm the one doing it now, right? I'm gonna cut them into 8. Let me go ahead and grease my baking tray. See, I'm using the big old stick of butter because it will not melt. Set all this aside, and I'm gonna form one into a smooth ball, okay? So just make a dome on the top, close off the bottom, roll it, and then I'm gonna flatten it with the rolling pin. And the young lady used like a tea plate or a saucer to go ahead and make the circle perfect. I'm going to do that for like a couple, but I'm going to let you know up front I'm going to quit right away because my circles are coming out really, really round. So that's all I'm doing is trimming the edge. Set this aside, and I'm just going to add it to one of the other dough balls. Let me go ahead and butter, and then I'm going to fold it just in half like a Belizean panades or an empanada. I'm going to set it on my greased baking sheet. Let's do another one. I think I need like a mat to put on the counter for when I'm doing dough, because I don't want to cut on my beautiful new countertops. So that's why I'm using this cutting board. So just a little piece here. See, I'm getting better at making them round. And then put butter, melted butter. Even if the day wasn't cold, you'd want to melt the butter for this part, okay? And then fold it. And then I'm going to put butter on this part because I'm going to fold it yet again to make it into quarter, because the young lady said her kids like it that way. See? Now here's another one, and look at all of them. 8. Covered it with some shrink wrap and a cloth for 45 minutes. And then the oven is preheated to 320. She says bake it at 320 for 18 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to time it for 20 minutes. So 20 minutes later, let's take a look. No, these are too white. I'm going to give it another 20 minutes, but I'll come back and check it at about 17 minutes, okay? And here they are. They only needed like 18 more minutes, guys. I baked these yesterday. When they came out of the oven, they opened up really nicely like a taco shell. But because this is the next morning, got too late to finish the show yesterday, they're kind of stuck. So you just need to put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds. So let me go ahead and do that. And here we are, super soft again. And then it'll open up for you. See, it's cooked on the inside too, so no hassle with that. I think that's why we cooked it slow and low. And you can just eat this like a sandwich, a taco. She did ackee and saltfish on her, so I think it's a Jamaican bread. This is the one that's folded like in quarters. I don't think I would like it like this. It got a little bit too thick, but I do like it this way. Pretty cool. Oh my God, it's so soft. Look at me tasting. This is gonna go on my list of breads to make. Breads that I make often. So thank you, Carib Food Network. This is amazing. Thank you. You guys, if you like the video, go ahead and hit like. Share it for me. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you going to try it? All right. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Bye. Oh my God. Right when I started to record this segment, I had the camera going and I was gathering out everything that I needed. We heard a loud kaboom, like an explosion. We don't think it's a firecracker. I don't know what happened. I'm checking the Ring doorbell to see if somebody has reported that sound around here. But I think my camera caught the noise. So let's see. Oh, what was that?
This is the Bare Pantry Show.